taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Leading him out, their quarterback from the University of Nevada, it's Colin Kaepernick.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking it about the 16. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Number 27.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
On the keeper.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards.
Play fake. Mayfield. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Micah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
At their own 20.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
7-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 20.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On second down, Mayfield again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Mack, the ball carrier.
A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 13 carries, 61 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
The 45-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Buying time to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 60 yards. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Sheldon Richardson on the stop. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd. And
we're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on fourth down. Now Mayfield on fourth down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Steelers.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
To Juju Smith.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
3. Brings up second and 7 at the 18-yard line.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And a Steeler first down.
They'll run with Mack. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. To throw, Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lot.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
At their own
partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 44. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A gain of 7. First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down.
Brings up third down.
Now Kaepernick. He dumps this off to Mack. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run running out of the gun with Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And 10 at the Browns' 31-yard line.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Complete to
Chase Claypool, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game.
For Pittsburgh.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. To throw, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. It's a big play there for the Browns. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Mayfield. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple of completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On first down, Kaepernick. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Check 26, check 26. Point it right, point it right, point it right. 34. Here we go, G. Up, Nelson.
Mayfield on play action. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They go play action. Mayfield. And going deep for Hill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. A diving catch for the score he laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that will be incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
29 yards.
So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
1st down.
To throw, Kaepernick. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
19.
Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Mayfield down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Alec Ogletree able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. On 2nd and a long way to go. Mayfield got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
By the Steelers.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now a run with Mack. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Kaepernick. To the right side to Eric Ebron. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Ball carrier.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Kaepernick now to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Kaepernick going to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Complete to
Chase Claypool with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Matt Gay on for the point after.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try and grab that lead back. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Staying on the ground with Mack.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him? They were on him in a hurry.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy...
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 33 yards that time. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Mayfield. Gets this one to Hill. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, 48 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without them, they're not winning this game.
21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
And the Steelers set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him or bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he was really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He finds Beckham complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 54 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Down to the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Browns have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So now the Steelers down on the scoreboard. 1:07 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. He's back to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Steelers.
To throw is Kaepernick. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Flush to his right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory.